So for a different kind of video today, I just wanted to go through my CDs, and this has been actually requested, and actually my sister said I should do it, one of my sisters anyway, and yeah, so I thought, well, I'll just show some of my CDs, I guess all of my CDs. Um, yeah, I don't know how many I have, over 200, something like that, and this is not a flex or whatever, this is just me doing something. So anyway, yeah, just to show the music I like, I guess, basically, and just for me to talk about music. So this is alphabetical order because I like it like that. So anyway, this is off the top. You got Tupac, the best of Thug Part 1. I don't have Part 2, which would be Life. Anyway, 5440, the Singles, that's a Canadian band. I don't know if they made it across anywhere else, but I think they might have. AC/DC 2, AC/DC CDs, Highway to Hell, Back in Black. I want more, but I don't have more. Adele, 21, I mean, a powerful voice, good lord. Adolescence is a band I found through Grand Theft Auto 5 with the song Amoeba. Great punk band, and also I like a song called I Hate Children on that album. It's a pretty fun song. Anyway, then we have two CDs here with Alice in Chains, Dirt, and their Unplugged. And of course, the Unplugged is one of the last performances Lane Staley ever had. I think Lane Staley had the best voice of the grunge era. But anyway, we have Alice in Chains, Jar of Flies, which is an EP, and then the one that's blank beside it, this one here, that is a greatest hits as well, like the ones beside it here, two of them, because why not? But yeah, the paper's gone in the other one. So anyway, but yeah, some greatest hits of Alice in Chains. Then we have the best of the Animals and the very best of the Animals. Now, when it comes to the British invasion, I know the Beatles, they're the biggest thing. I mean, greatest band of all time, basically. But the Animals were the first band that caught me from the Brit invasion. And yeah, just Eric Burdon's deep, soulful voice. I don't know. I liked it a lot. Anyway, Audio Slave, one album from them. Of course, Chris Cornell, the supergroup, and Tom Morello. And I think it was the other guys, Brad Wilk and Tim Comerford from Rage Against the Machine. But anyway, great album. The B-52s, the self-titled one, if I'm not mistaken, with tracks like Planet Claire and Rock Lobster, all that kind of stuff. Just a funky sound. Anyway, the best of Bachman Turner Overdrive so far, BTO, another Canadian band, taking care of business, I guess, would be the biggest hit. Backstreet Boys, Millennium, you gotta have some boy bands in here. The very best of Backstreet Boys, I mean, you gotta have some fun once in a while. Recipe for Hate by Bad Religion, I'm pretty sure, yeah, what's it called? American Jesus is on that one, which is probably maybe my favorite Bad Religion song. I also like Infected a lot. Suffer by Bad Religion, again, another great album by the band. The best of Chet Baker Sings, which Chet Baker, one of the greatest jazz musicians of all time. Just a heavenly voice, love him a lot, and his death was sad. Fell out of a hotel window. And yeah, anyway, the band, two Icon CDs, because why not? Then we have Pet Sounds, two Pet Sound CDs, but by the Beach Boys. But wait, there's another one down here. And actually, no yellow, and then that's green. Anyway, the colors are inverted. I never noticed, but yeah, three Pet Sound CDs because they're so good. The Beach Boys, and we have Surf's Up / Sunflower, or the other way around. And which was, Pet Sounds is a great album. I like it a lot, but Sunflower is not bad either. And yeah, anyway, the Beach Boys are probably my third favorite band behind the Doors and Oasis. Then we have Smile by the Beach Boys. And then the very best of the Beach Boys, Sounds of Summer. So a lot of summery songs. The Beach Boys, 3 CDs, and other greatest hits. Then we have another greatest hits, the 10 great songs by the Beach Boys. And yeah, I like a lot of the Beach Boys, I guess. Then we move on. The Beastie Boys, License to Ill, Paul's Boutique, Check Your Head, Solid Gold Hits, Hot Sauce Committee Part 2. I really got into the Beastie Boys in high school when I was like 13, I guess, going into grade 9. Yeah, I just loved their sound. It was right after MCA died, of course, so that was kind of unfortunate. So then we move on, and this is the Justin Bieber portion. We got the blank one there, which is another My World. So I have two My World CDs, because I don't know why. And then we have My World 2.0, and then Under the Mistletoe. So some Christmas Justin Bieber as well. Then we have Billy Talent 3. A lot of great songs in that one. Devil on My Shoulder. Saint Veronica, love the screaming in that one. But yeah, another Canadian band as well. Then we have Bjork, or I think it is pronounced like Björk or something. But anyway, her album called Debut. And of course, anytime I think of her, I think of Ricardo Lopez, the stalker who killed himself and all that stuff. Yeah, what a great story. Anyway, Black Flag, Damaged. Love that album. Love the cover of that album as well with Henry Rollins. And actually, Italy, if I can get it out here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Punching the wall, or the mirror, or whatever. So let's see if I can put this back in. No, I can't. It needs two hands. Anyway, let's move on. So, Black Sabbath, greatest hits, 70 to 78. You can't go wrong with Black Sabbath. I mean, good lord. Blind Melon, Nico. And then Tones of Home, the best of Blind Melon. Again, Shannon Hoon, one of the best voices I've ever heard. Very magical voice. Love his voice a lot. Underrated musician. Anyway, Blink-182, we have Dude Ranch, Enema of the State, and then their self-titled, and also Mark Hoppus, bassist and co-lead singer of Blink-182, just said he has cancer. So hopefully he overcomes that, because I like Mark Hoppus a lot. So let me just pause. All right, the best of Blue Oyster Cult. Yeah, I mean, Blue Oyster Cult, one of my favorite songs of all time is Don't Fear the Reaper. Great song. Anyway, some Blur. We got their self-titled album. I think it's the self-titled, yes, or yeah, with the song 2 on it. I mean, that kind of made them big in the US. Anyway, Blur, the best of, again, all the best of Blur. Then we have 2 Boston albums. I think they're the same, but they look kind of different, but they are the same album. And, I mean, a lot of great tracks on that. Then we have David Bowie, Legacy. Again, a lot of his greatest tracks again. Why not just get the greatest tracks CD? Garth Brooks, No Fences. Garth Brooks, The Chase. And then we have The Hits by Garth Brooks. And again, I'm not too much into country, but I like some artists, and Garth Brooks is just a great artist in his own right. So have some of his CDs. Then we have Bo Burnham. Comedy Central presents. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Good lord. But Bo Burnham. This is from 2009. And of course, Bo Burnham's kind of big now with his special Inside, which I love. And I've liked him since, I think 2008, 2009. This album came out in 2009, so around there. And it's just nice to see a lot of more people liking him nowadays. Anyway, Louis Capaldi, Divinely Unhellish, or what is it? It's such a long title. Divinely Uninspired to a Hellish Extent, right? So yeah, like every song on that album is great for me. I love Louis Capaldi, and he also loves Oasis, which is very cool. Then we have The Cars, one of my favorite bands as well. I'd say top 5 for my favorite bands. Maybe top 10, I don't know. But yeah, I love The Cars a lot. Benjamin Orr was definitely a looker. But yeah, their debut, then we have Candio, and then we have, again, the best of The Cars, Moving in Stereo, which Moving in Stereo is my favorite Cars song, but yeah, love that band. Johnny Cash, Country Christmas, why not? Johnny Cash at San Quentin. Johnny Cash, again, just greatest hits, basically. And then a lot of Johnny Cash, and it's just live. So, yeah, I love Johnny Cash as well. Again, I guess he's country, but he's just a good artist, even if he's country. Chumbawamba, Tub Thumper. Of course, Tub Thumping is their big song on this, and I saw that at a thrift store, and I thought, I gotta get it. Then we have Eric Church, Country again, with Chief, which was a big album when it came out. The Clash, London Calling, I mean, obviously, great punk album. My dog is drinking outside the door. The Essential Clash, I don't know if you can hear that. The Essential Clash, a lot of great, hits on that one, obviously. My favorite song on there, Guns of Brixton, is my favorite Clash song. I know it's not even sung by, what's his name? Joe Strummer, which is weird, but I like that song a lot. And Rock the Casbah, probably one of my other favorites. But anyway, then we have Classified, a Canadian rapper. I don't know if anyone's heard of him, but yeah, I was into him for a minute. Then we have, what is that? The Greatest Hits, Patsy Cline. Patsy Cline, one of my favorite women artists, I guess you could say. Her voice was crazy. And of course, she had the song Crazy as well. But actually, I saw an Elvis impersonator before, and he had his wife do Patsy Cline. Or she just did it on her own, whatever. He didn't make her do it. But and yeah, it was just terrible to listen to, because it's hard for anyone to do Patsy Cline. It's just, it sounds too much. Anyway, it was annoying because Patsy Cline is great. Counting Crows, August and Everything After, such a great album. I feel like it's underrated, honestly. I mean, the song Round Here, what a story. I mean, you got Mr. Jones as well. Just love that track, those tracks in this album. Crash Test Dummies, God Shuffled His Feet, another Canadian band. Of course, their hit song, just a bunch of M's, and yeah, that was that was pretty big for a band from Winnipeg, and I think they're pretty cool. Anyway, going down here now, we got the best of Bing Crosby. You know, a great crooner, obviously known for White Christmas, and yeah, just like his voice a lot. I like Christmas a lot too, so had to get that one from the thrift store. John Fogerty, The Long Road Home, basically all of his best solo hits and best CCR hits. Like CCR a lot. Crownlands, which is a band in Canada, but they are an indigenous group, basically, and yeah, I saw them open for Jack White, and their set blew me away, and I liked them a lot, and I got their album when it came out. I guess that's an EP, but anyway, moving on. Next, here's The Cure, right here. It's a bunch of basically mixed things and extras and such from 82 to 90. My mom got it for me for Christmas. She didn't know what to do. So I got that. It's pretty cool. I like The Cure a lot, as a lot of you guys know. Then we have Miley Cyrus. I don't even know what that is. Some of these albums are very old. They were my sisters and such, but I just put them in because why not? So yeah, there's a Miley Cyrus album. And then we have the Dead Kennedys beside that. Of course, I mean, Jello Biafra, what a vocalist. And of course, well, I think this is just, yeah, Give Me Convenience or Give Me Death. I think that's just the greatest hits album. Yeah, it is. But yeah, I just love the Dead Kennedys. I love punk music a lot, so obviously they're very good. John Denver's greatest hits. I mean, John Denver, one of the sweetest men you'd ever meet. Love him a lot. Anyway, I never met him, but it was just, they seemed very nice. And then we have Depeche Mode beside that. Right here, you can't really see it, but the best hits, basically the singles actually from, what is that, 86 to 98. And I like Depeche Mode a lot as well. Then we have the Dixie Chicks, Wide Open Spaces, because, I mean, I liked them a lot when I was a kid. And, I mean, the song Earl Had to Die was always a great bop. And now they're just called the Chicks, but still like their music. Anyway, then we have The Doors, where, as I said, I love The Doors a lot. I mean, I sleep beside a horizontal poster of Jim Morrison every night. And yeah, so I have every Doors album. I mean, we have the self-titled, then we have Strange Days, Waiting for the Sun, Soft Parade, which is kind of cracked there. Then we have 2 copies of the Morrison Hotel because one of them was kind of, you know, banged up as they look different. One looks older, so I had to get a new one, you know. And then we have the Doors Absolutely Live, I think from 1970. Then L.A. Woman, and then we have An American Prayer, Jim Morrison, music by the Doors, and The Best of the Doors, and then we have The Very Best of the Doors, so we had to change her up. Anyway, yeah, so obviously, I kind of like the Doors. Then we have Dr. Hook, The Best of Dr. Hook, and then Dr. Hook Icon. Dr. Hook is one of the most underrated bands of all time. My dad showed me them when I was probably in high school, I guess, a young little lad. And yeah, I mean, they're just crazy, and I think they're very underrated. They should be in the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But yeah, I love them a lot, and yeah, they're pretty good. They were pretty good. They're not together anymore. Bob Dylan, The Collection. I mean, it's Bob Dylan. You're going to have some kind of CD of Bob Dylan, for God's sake. Elastica, their debut album. Like I said before, I started listening to Elastica on this channel. Justine Fishman, I think her voice is very good, I guess I could say. Whatever, I like her voice a lot. A lot of it's kind of punky, I would say. And obviously she went out with Damon Albarn, who was also a great looker from Blur, and the Gorillaz. Anyway, but then we have the Eminem portion, which I guess Eminem you would consider to be my favorite solo artist, whatever, rapper. But anyway, we have Infinite, the Slim Shady LP. Don't mind the floor, it's an old house, all right. Anyway, then we have the Marshall Mathers LP, and then we have the Eminem Show, Encore, Curtain Call, The Hits, which Eminem thought would be his last album, but it wasn't. And then we have Eminem The Re-Up, which I think he did with his band, D12, or just the band D12 with him in it. Then Eminem Relapse, his comeback in 2009. Then we have Eminem Recovery, an album that I listened to the crap out of in 2010. Then we have Bad Meets Evil, 2011, which was a partnership between him and Royce da 5'9". And then we have the Marshall Mathers LP 2, one of my favorite Eminem albums. I played the crap out of that one as well in 2013. Then we have Shady XV, basically 15 years of Slim Shady from 99 to 14. And then we have Revival, which honestly I didn't really care for. Then we have Kamikaze, an album I liked a lot more. And then we have Music to Be Murdered By, and there are some hits on that one, I guess, but I didn't really listen to a lot of it. I don't know, I don't know what's going on with me and Eminem, but I had to have it since, I like him a lot. Anyway, then we have Billie Eilish with her EP there, Don't Smile at Me, and then her debut album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Obviously bangers on that one. I love Billie Eilish a lot, and yeah, I like her music. I love her brother Phineas as well. He's great too. Then we have Eve 6 here, backwards E, because why not? This was their debut album. They had some success in the late 90s, early 2000s. Their big hit was Inside Out. And they're a great follow on Twitter. Max Collins, the lead singer, he's a kind of a interesting guy. Anyway, we have the very best of the Everly Brothers. The Everly Brothers, great voices. Old time kind of music. Then we have, what is that, Fall Out Boy, 2 Fall Out Boy albums, Under the Cork Tree and Infinite on High, 2005, 2007. I always like, some pop punk then, Fall Out Boy. Patrick Stump, love his voice. Anyway, then we have Family Holiday, which is just a bunch of family channel people like Hannah Montana, Mitchell Musso of the time, doing holiday songs, so why not? I saw it at a thrift store as well, and I wanted it. Anyway, Fleetwood Mac Rumors, what else can you say? It's a legendary album, great hits. Foo Fighters, some Foo Fighters stuff here, The Color and the Shape, then you have Greatest Hits, of course, and then Wasting Light, and then we have Foster the People, Torches, which I think was their debut album, but anyway, it had Pumped Up Kicks on it, which was huge, as well as Don't Stop. A lot of great songs on that one. Liked it a lot, so I had to have it. Then we have Liam Gallagher's, both of his solo albums, As You Were and Why Me and Why Not. Of course, as I said, I love Oasis, and I love Liam and Noel, so I got their music. Alright, so the second shelf here, we have Noel Gallagher and his High Flying Birds, with Who Built the Moon, Judy Garland, obviously old-timey kind of stuff. And I love The Wizard of Oz, and I just like her voice a lot. The Germs, another old punk band. It's very hot in here. I feel like I'm getting out of breath. But anyway, The Germs, yeah. Darby Allin, what a great punk voice he was. And, of course, he had a short life. Anyway, and Pat Smear, he was in The Germs, and then he would go on to be the fourth piece of Nirvana. And then he'd go into the Foo Fighters. So, legendary guy there. Anyway, Godsmack, like a lot of good songs in there, but Voodoo sticks out of my mind. I like that song a lot. Then we have Ariana Grande, just one of her albums because I think she's hot, and I think I like her voice a lot. So yeah, I had to get that when I saw it for $3. Anyway, we have Green Day, Dookie, Green Day, American Idiot. Some pop punk in there, like Billy Joe Armstrong and his opinions. Anyway, even though the music isn't the greatest nowadays. Greta Van Fleet, From the Fires. This was their EP. I was into Greta Van Fleet when they came out around 2017, something like that. But at the end of the day, it almost became too much, like they sounded too much like Led Zeppelin, so I don't know, I'm just not too much into Greta Van Fleet anymore, but I know some of my friends still are. Then we have Best of the Guess Who, another Canadian band, American Woman, all that kind of fun stuff. No Time, I like that song a lot. Anyway, then we have Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. Then we have Guns N' Roses Greatest Hits. It's Guns N' Roses, good lord, you know who they are. And then we have Jimi Hendrix, the best of Jimi Hendrix, Experience Hendrix. Hulk Hogan, Hulk rules. So Hulk Hogan once tried to sing and stuff. It was at the local record shop, and I thought, it's been here forever. It's $7.95. I gotta get it. Let's just see that. Oh yeah, that's Hulk Hogan. Hulk rules, and it's about as funny as you think. I only wish I could get Macho Man Randy Savage's rap album. But anyway, Buddy Holly and the Rock and Roll Giants, basically of the 50s and 60s. I love Buddy Holly a lot. I have since like 2012 or something like that. And yeah, I'm happy to have this big CD of him, I guess. Then we have what's that? Huey Lewis and the News, right? Yes. Greatest hits, basically the best of them. I think Huey Lewis and the News are a very underrated band. I think their music is fun and yeah, it's just nice to listen to. I don't know, it just makes you in a better mood, basically. Then we have Burl Ives, Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. Again, I love Christmas and Burl Ives. I mean, him and Christmas go together like peanut butter and jam, or the internet and tissues or whatever. But anyway, then we have Joy Division, Unknown Pleasures, and then Joy Division, Closer. I can't remember if it's Closer or Closer. But anyway, I mean, obviously, we go from a jolly kind of CD to not so jolly. Rest in peace to Ian Curtis, of course. Then we have The Essential, Korn. When I first heard Freak on a Leash, I was blown away, and I kind of laughed as well. Me and my friend, we heard that for the first time, and that was hilarious. Anyway, then we have Avril Lavigne, The Best Damn Thing. Again, another Canadian artist. I like Avril a lot, and Billie Eilish kind of got a lot of what she does from Avril Lavigne. Anyway, Lead Belly, The Essential Recordings. I mean, from the 40s, 30s, he was, an old voice, but I've always liked his music. And, I mean, you think of tracks like Mr. Hitler, then Black Betty, which Ram Jam would redo and become big with. And, yeah, just like his voice a lot, just very soulful. Then we have Led Zeppelin, Mothership, of course, just basically the best tracks. Then we have Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory, and now we're going out of focus. In Minutes to Midnight, rest in peace to Chester. Love Linkin Park a lot. The screaming was always crazy. Lonely Island, Incredibad. So Andy Samberg and his kind of crew there with Jorma Taccone and I can't remember the other man's name. But hold on. Akiva Schaffer is the other member of The Lonely Island. But here's another one, Turtleneck and Chain. Just a funny band to listen to, of course. Then we have Demi Lovato and Unbroken, another one of my sister's old albums, but I just kept it. Then we have Leonard Skinner and Icon. I mean, one of my favorite tracks, Freebird, great track. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, The Heist. You got big tracks like Same Love and Thrift Shop on that, and they still rock almost 10 years later. Anyway, then we have the Mamas and the Papas, If You Can Believe Your Ears or Your Eyes and Ears, like the Mamas and Papas a lot. Then we have the best of the Mamas and the Papas, two of them, because again, why not? Then we get into Marilyn Manson here, Portrait of an American Family, Lunchbox, which was just basically featuring the song Lunchbox. Then we have Antichrist Superstar, which was his basically first major album on a major label, I guess you could say, which made him pretty big. Marilyn Manson, Mechanical Animals, and then we have Marilyn Manson, Hollywood, and then the Golden Age, or wait, Hollywood's down here. I don't know why that's out of place. My goodness. Anyway, the Golden Age of Grotesque as well. We have the Best of, Lest We Forget, The Pale Emperor. So yeah, I like a lot of Marilyn Manson. And then this one's blank. Oh yeah, okay, so it's just Marilyn Manson, Heaven Upside Down. But yeah, I don't know why the Hollywood's out of place. Anyway, I messed that up. We have Marcy Playground, and their biggest hit basically was Sex and Candy. Great little tune. Melanie Martinez, Crybaby. Love her music a lot, and I think she's a cool person, despite the controversies. Metallica, the Black Album, the only album I own of Metallica. I know, I'm a poser. George Michael, 25, not 35, but 25. And George Michael, what a great looking guy he was. Of course, like I said, I love Christmas, and Wham's Last Christmas is probably my favorite. So yeah, I had to get that. Basically all his greatest hits from Wham and his solo career. And then the complete discography of Minor Threat. Great punk band. Ian MacKaye. He would go on to form Fugazi. But I love Minor Threat a lot. Then we have The Misfits. And I think the whole album is only like 30 minutes. So there are a lot of short songs. The Misfits, Static Age, my favorite Misfits album. Then we have Famous Monsters. Once Danzig left. And Michael Graves came in. And yeah, looking at his his social media nowadays, Not too bright. Anyway, Moist Silver, another Canadian band, Moist. What a great name. I love their song Push. Anyway, and Silver is nice too. Hannah Montana. Have to have a Hannah Montana album in there. You gotta. Then Morrissey. I have some Morrissey solo works. Bonadrag. Then we have Morrissey, Kill Uncle, Your Arsenal, and Maladjusted. I couldn't see. So yes, that's the end of the Morrissey stuff there. But I got some of his solo stuff. And My Chemical Romance. I got all their albums. I think they only have 3 albums. But yeah, and then 3 cheers for Sweet Revenge. Then we have My Chemical Romance, The Black Parade, and then we have the basically greatest hits. So no, I don't have all their albums. I'm a liar, but basically the greatest hits there. Then we have The Best of Nickelback, Volume 1. Yes, there's more than one CD, folks, and yeah, another Canadian band. And I know they're hated or whatever, but I like their music. I think they're funny or good, whatever. And I think it's funny to listen to them. Nirvana. Bleach, Nevermind, Deluxe Edition, Incesticide, In Utero, Unplugged in New York. I felt a burp coming on. So yeah, I like Nirvana a lot as well. But again, I think Alice in Chains did it better. We have the Best of NWA. Obviously, I think they only released 1 album in their time, so it was just like all their songs. Then here we go with Oasis, Definitely Maybe, Be Here Now, or What's the Story, Morning Glory Before Be Here Now. The Master Plan, Standing on the Shoulder of Giants, Heathen Chemistry, Don't Believe the Truth, Stop the Clocks, which was a greatest hits thing, Dig Out Your Soul, which is their last studio album, and Time Flies, 94 to 2009. And yeah, I love Oasis a lot. One Direction. I was there because, you know, again, I don't have any brothers. I have 4 sisters, and yeah, so I kind of got wrapped up in the whole One Direction thing, so I like them. So I got 2 of their albums there, Up All Night and Take Me Home. Then we have The Offspring, Smash, which is their debut album, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have their greatest hits. Gone Away is probably my favorite Offspring song. And I think it was Five Finger Death Punch, maybe, who did a cover or something. But I like their version a lot more. Anyway, Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz. I mean, it's Ozzy. Good Lord. Our Lady Peace, and then with Naveed, and then Our Lady Peace, A Decade. So basically their greatest hits in 10 years. And another Canadian band. I like their voice of the lead singer a lot. I know his first name is Rain. I think it's like Rain Maida or something. But anyway. And then Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, greatest hits. Rest in peace to Tom Petty. Pearl Jam 10. Now, even though I say I like Alice in Chains, I think they did it best in the grunge era. 10 is my favorite grunge album, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, then we have Pearl Jam versus and 10. And then we have Vitalogy, Yield, Pearl Jam Rearview Mirror, the hits, basically. And the best of Pink Floyd, Iggy Pop, the best of his stuff. Poppy, I disagree. Poppy is one of the greatest, I guess, metal guys. I don't know what that was. I'm poking around, but Poppy, I disagree. And yeah, I think she's stylistically, I don't know if there's anyone else like her. And yeah, I like her music a lot. I found her through Anthony Fantano, The Needle Drop, and anyway, that was nice. Portishead Dummy, that's where I found Trip Hip Hop, I guess, Trip Hop, whatever it is, on this channel, and I had to buy that when I saw it at a store. Anyway, then we have Elvis Presley, The Sun Sessions, Elvis Presley 30 #1 hits. Then we have Louis Prima. I just love his swingy style. The Proclaimer, Sunshine on Leith. With, you know, I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles, biggest hit there. Then we have, what's next to that, if I can, Public Image Limited, their debut album, of course, John Lydon's second project, Queen, great hits, basically, Radiohead, Best Of, Rage Against the Machine, their first album, and Evil Empire, and they're as relevant today as ever, because things haven't changed. Anyway, then we have Ramones' greatest hits, and then we have Blood Sugar, Sex Magic by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is my favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers album from '91. Great album. Then we have the best of, basically, greatest hits of Red Hot Chili Peppers. Then down here we have, situated here, Out of Time by R.E.M. Great band, obviously, love them a lot. Rihanna, Loud. Run DMC, greatest hits. Then we have Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band Greatest Hits. A lot of greatest hits albums. And my favorite song, one of my favorite songs of all time, is by Bob Seger called Night Moves, and I like that a lot. It's very good. Then we move on to Sex Pistols, and then the Sex Pistols again, which is, I think, just live stuff or something like that. Then we have Shaggy, the best of Shaggy. I like that a lot. Then we have Shrek 2 soundtrack, because why not? Frank Sinatra, I mean, you can't go wrong with Frank Sinatra. Then we have, beside Frank, this awkward position just labors my breathing. Anyway, it's Slipknot beside that. And then Smash Mouth, their greatest hits, basically. Smashing Pumpkins, greatest hits, can you believe it? Then we have the Smiths, Meat is Murder, The Queen is Dead, Louder Than Bombs, and yeah, I want more Smiths albums, but I mean, every time I go into a store or whatever, they don't have any, and it just sucks. Anyway, I might just order online or whatever. Then we have Soundgarden, with what the heck is it? Super Unknown, Chris Cornell. Again, I think his voice was crazy as well. Might even be better than Lane Staley's. I don't know. Then we have the Steve Miller Band, greatest hits from 74 to 78, and I think that's one of the greatest selling albums of all time, actually. Then we have Stone Temple Pilots with Core, again, a great grunge band, I guess you could say. Scott Weiland, I love his guttural sound. Then we have Suicidal Tendencies, 5 albums put in one, a great listen. I love the vocalist a lot. He just wanted a Pepsi. Anyway, Sum 41, great hits, basically. Another kind of pop-punk band, I guess. Then we have a very best of Supertramp, the best of the Talking Heads, Tea Party, which is another Canadian band. Their song, Temptation, love that a lot. And honestly, the lead singer kind of sounds like Jim Morrison, and so that's pretty nice. Then we have, if I can see, Temple of the Dog and 3 Days Grace. So yeah, more Chris Cornell and another Canadian band, 3 Days Grace. And Adam Gontier, I want to say, if it's French, how you pronounce his last name. I love his powerful vocals. Yeah. And the last shelf here, is another 3 Days Grace, 1X, my favorite 3 Days Grace album. I know Adam wrote a lot of the work when he was in rehab, which, I mean, a lot of great songs came off of that one. Then we have the Tragically Hip, another Canadian band. They were pretty much only really, I guess, popular in Canada, but they're a great band. So we have Up to Here, Fully Completely, the best of, basically. Then we have Day for Night, and then, yeah, so, and rest in peace to Gord Downie. He died of cancer, the lead singer, a few years ago now, I think. Then we have Shania Twain, Come On Over. I mean, I think it's the greatest selling album by a woman, I think, of all time, or at least in country. If you look at Bourbon's coming on again. Then we have Richie Valens, the complete releases of 58 to 60. Of course, he died with Buddy Holly in the Big Bopper and the plane crash the day the music died. And even though he was only 17, he left his mark for Latino artists. Let's say that much. He was great. Love his voice a lot. Van Halen, of course, rest in peace too. Eddie Van Halen. Then we have Ukulele Songs, Eddie Vedder. The Velvet Underground and Nico. I mean, again, another legendary album. There, Verve, Urban Hymns, great album there. Love Richard Ashcroft. Actually, I got a comment recently. Somebody said Richard Ashcroft can't sing, and I disagree. But anyway, then we have the Violent Femmes, one of their albums, and that's where I found them on this channel through a request, and I like their sound a lot. Then we have Gerard Way, the former lead singer of My Chemical Romance with Hesitant Alien. Then we have 2 Weezer albums, the Blue Album, because why not? Then we have Pinkerton, the Green Album, Maladroit, Make Believe, everything. What is this called? Everything Will Be All Right in the End. And then that's that for Weezer. But I love Weezer a lot, and hopefully they get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame soon. I know they're eligible now. Anyway, the best of Wham, Jack White, Lazaretto, Jack White, Boarding House Reach, which is the tour I saw him on. White Blood Cells from the White Stripes, Elephant, the White Stripes, the White Stripes Greatest Hits, which is a new album, came out, I think, last year. The Who, Greatest Hits, Hank Williams Through the Years, just a big album there. Again, I like some country, and Hank Williams was a pioneer. Dennis Wilson, Pacific Ocean Blue. He was, a Wilson brother from the Beach Boys, and I loved his voice a lot. And yeah, he just had that raspy kind of voice. And he was the first Wilson brother to die. He drowned, but anyway, That Thing You Do, original motion picture soundtrack, just a fun little thing. World Wrestling Entertainment presents anthology. So I am a fan of wrestling. WWE, and yeah, a lot of great entrance to songs on that. And then we have Weird Al, Even Worse, which was basically with his big song "Eat It." I'm pretty sure it was on that one. Then we have the Essential, Weird Al Yankovic. I like Weird Al a lot. Obviously, a great parody artist. I mean, come on. Then we have Neil Young, Harvest. And then we have a couple, Zac Brown Band, which is country. The Foundation, You Get What You Give. And then Uncaged. And like I said, again, I like some country, but not a lot of, modern stuff. But they're pretty good from today. So that is it for the CDs I have. Of course, I want more, but I mean, we'll be, slow. It goes slow. I get some every now and then, and they go on the shelves. And I got a lot of space here, I guess. And yeah, look at that floor. Good lord. Anyway, yeah. So that's about it. There's my CDs. I'm glad I did this. So enjoy your day. Here's a bright screen for some lighting, for the video. And anyway, thanks for watching, I guess. Thanks for everything and the support, and if you subscribe, thank you. If you like it, thank you. If you dislike it, thank you. And I'll see you guys soon.